Hey, what's happening? Good evening. Let me turn this volume down a little bit on this music. All right, hopefully that's better. I'm louder than it. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's Monday evening. And all I could say is this afternoon, just looking at price, it's just kind of, I'm not going to call it crazy. I'll say that for a portion of it, you know, could have been expected, but I think just in the fashion in which it delivered, like I wasn't necessarily looking for, you know, what occurred. So I don't know what this is doing, man. My computer's been acting a little buggy this afternoon too, so but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Let me know if the music is too loud, if you can hear me. I mean, everything sounds okay from my end, but it may not be. So we'll see. Really quick, and I just tried to update a couple of videos just to bring everybody up to speed. This PDCP, that was my way of just saying previous day closing price. So I designated it at 415.
The markets are open.
Okay, and there's the gap up. There's the gap up. I was trying to figure out, you know, if and when it was going to reach, but if you understand electronic trade hour, regular trade hour, then you kind of understand that we opened down here and there was a gap. There would have been like that opening range gap, and we essentially have reached all the way back up into Friday. So we cleared the previous day low from I guess you could say like a regular trade hour or electronic trade hour. We did that. During regular trade hour, we opened below and basically moved back up and into previous day. So now this is going to be like the interesting part. This level is actually the manipulation from yesterday. This fair value is still 100% intact. So just want to see what kind of a reaction we get from in here, and if this closes immediately. I might, just to be honest with you, I may just only operate in my PA, my practice account today. But we'll see. We'll see how things work out. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have an expectation. I kind of sort of do. But I don't want to bias myself too much to where I'm only thinking about what that, you know, what I would like my trade idea to be, to pan out, to where I don't see something else that's going to be, I don't want to say obvious, but something that's going to show itself, and I'm not going to be paying attention because I'm going to be looking for something else. So I think, quick sidebar on on the live streams. I think maybe next Sunday, I'll go back to webcam maybe, or you guys let me know. You might like this format better. I don't think I'm bad on the eyes, but at the end of the day, I mean, you know, this isn't a men's health. It's not a men's health trading stream where you're just like, hey, we want to see that guy. You know, you see me. But yeah, I was thinking maybe go back to webcam trading, but I know my head typically is either in the way or whatever. So we'll see how that works out. So technically right now, I'm going to say that we're kind of up in no man's land. If we were trying to chart out, like, say, today's opening range, it would be something like this. So open, and then ultimately you'd like to see something come back across, but CE for this opening range gap would be here. And just so you understand what my measurement or what I'm measuring, I'm just essentially measuring the close of the 415 candle to the open of the 6 p.m. So this is going to be Globex. So we'll see how that works out. So I've kind of eyeballed that just to see that's what we'd be looking for and looking at. You may also consider a move back to 4 p.m. Let's move that off to the side. So you may ask yourself, why am I even marking? Like, what's the point in doing that? So again, it's just an idea. You could say rooted in absolutely nothing, but it could, like, something like this could signify, as the Globex open and this initial 6 to 7 opening range, what the expansion could and might look like. So the opening range, like that 6 to 7, even though this is previous day, that's gonna have, like, this might be a level where you see price come down and you'll see a reaction from, right? And either a continued mitigation lower, or if this was vice versa, if this was like on the bullish side and it wasn't bearish, if it was up here. So there's not really, actually there is, it's right here. This is, well, no, it's not this one. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the clear for our manipulation. This was the bullish manipulation from yesterday's opening range. And we've got a candle closure here in the next couple minutes. But that's a very small 6 p.m. candle. So I'm not a fan. Unless we kind of chart a little higher into fair value up here, and this will sustain price enough to where we can actually see a reversal, basically see a high put in, and our third candle, which would basically designate a high, a swing high, close back within the structure of that first up candle. So yeah, if we get a reaction in here, we've got a little under 2 minutes before this candle is going to close. the 605. We'll see what we get. And a reversal honestly could be I don't want to be presumptuous, but it would be a decent run short, especially if we're looking for like the midpoint of the day close and the Globex Open is going to be somewhere in here. So to fill that gap. All right, 40 seconds before candle close. Yeah, I want to see it continue. I don't really want to see it collapse back inside. Yeah, and this is actually a 9:30 also from Friday. We left this open. So this is going to be that'll be a target for sure. And really depending on how price plays out. So again, just a general thought is going to be this fair value might actually be the turning point, if you will, where we might see more bullish price come in, because this is about where you've got let's see, yeah, the fair value, just beyond the fair value. So yeah, if this gets inversed, we could actually come all the way up. So again, something to be mindful of. And I talked about this in a previous recap. We're inside of Friday's initial balance as well for price to have moved back up. So there are like a lot of things at play here right now. And honestly, like patience is going to be the key, but also just kind of acknowledging what's happening and where, right? So got to exercise some caution. Excuse me. Trying to scarf down some ramen. It's still sitting here, so I didn't want to be too late getting to you guys or getting to the charts. All right, about a minute and a half for next candle closure. I need an Admiral Akbar wave file and like a glyph, or excuse me, a GIF when I start looking, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm immediately thinking it's a trap. If this leaves a fair value gap, I would actually appreciate if it leaves a fair value gap, to be honest, because that'll basically it'll give us the ability to find like a very specific entry, as well as minimize risk. That's perfect. It's small, but I could appreciate that. I could appreciate it. So I probably don't have to go into any level of like extreme depth or anything with that. Now, at the point where price inverse is here, if I wanted to just basically allow it to inverse, if we're gonna see if it comes back up, I honestly, I don't know. If it clears through, if it closes, obviously if it closes inside, not only would I target the low, but I would be looking for basically mean threshold or consummate encroachment for opening gap. Even better if we push higher into consummate encroachment for this fair value, and then we begin to collapse down. I don't know. I may consider, just depends on how the price avails itself. I may consider a short, but we'll just have to see. And after tonight, every position for the rest of the week is going to be, as I said, it'll be in a practice account, even if it's in the afternoon, and the Globex for the rest of the week in the evening as well. There'll be PAs. I'll probably do what I did yesterday. If I see basically something where I can enter into a position, I'll hop over to my combine, put that in, and then come back over here. I don't have to necessarily work out like the risk parameters, because I have it's the same risk on both accounts. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. I don't want that. I don't. I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm speaking the truth. It's a Freudian truth. It's not even a slip. I really don't want the high here. I'd want the high further into this fair value gap. I don't want it here. Insanity.